Welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we're live on Project Cars 2 for the Pagnian Imports BMW M1 Procar Cup. Tonight's round is round 2 and we're at Hockenheim GP. Taking a look at the session details tonight, we're heading over into Division 2 session. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying and then weather will be medium cloud, and the race is 15 laps. Weather will progress from medium cloud through to heavy cloud. There is a mandatory pit. Then we'll have a break and gear up ready for session 2. This will be in at 8:45, going live with Division 1 session, and they will race under those same qualifying and race conditions. We'll take a look at the standings after round 1, where we have Spray and Pray leading the way for Division 2 and only narrowly ahead of Dan Boone, but he's absent tonight, so it's going to open up opportunity for some movement up towards that top end. Division 1, we have Coco Dog leading by only 4 points for the championship, whereas chasing down very quickly, Vortex not too far off on that top spot either. Looking at the previous round for Division 2, round 1, we raced at Alton Park International. Spray and Pray took the win after qualifying second. He scored the fastest lap bonus points. Then we had for Division 1 with Coco Dog after qualifying 5th, taking the win, and we saw DK Rush with the fastest lap of the race. And then for our championship winner of Division 1, they will be scoring a $50 Pagnian gift voucher, so it's a fantastic prize that our drivers are competing for, so it'll be exciting. And then the track is loaded up nice and quick, so we'll cross over to pit lane now, and our drivers are loading in. Hey Jessica Jam, thanks for jumping on the stream. Probably our viewers do jump in the chat, don't be shy, say hello, and then also have some fun using those sound effects controls you can use down underneath the stream. And let us know who you're here to cheer on, who you think's going to take that pole. And will we see a lead change in the championship, or even think may take the win tonight? We do have a debut driver with us tonight. We'll have to find it. So we're going to have 2 cars up there with OCE as their first 3 letters on the standings. We have OCE Silo. He's debuting with us tonight, so all the best to Silo. And he has some good luck in his opening race. Hey Steph, thanks for jumping on. And we've got Funk Chin in the session tonight. He made a comeback last week after quite a fair absence from racing in the league. So it would have been good to see him back, but there was some tech issues with some IP clashes that was causing dramas in the lobby beforehand. We kept getting disconnected where we had no dramas tonight, all drivers were not conflicting at all. It'd be great to be able to see all our drivers participate tonight. Make their way down through. This is the drivers around on their opening lap. We have Pipes. And Spray and Pray. Sammy, thanks for jumping on. Yes, definitely all the thoughts for our members down south who are hopping it all the way down. Incredibly lucky for my area here, we aren't copping it. Our region's had more than enough bouts of it, so really feeling for all those that are currently copping all this shocking rain and flooding. Chin in car number 25. Well, it looks like it's 23. Couldn't see from that distance. It's 23. Let's see, mate. Sims up. Cool boy. Sporting quite a colourful pattern delivery on that BMW. While they're running in car number 79. And Dan PS Man. Doggy Daddy. Some better luck for Doggy. He had an early retirement in round 1 after taking some heavy damage. The car couldn't turn, so ended up retiring the car back to the pit early. Some better luck for him tonight. And Dirty Monkey makes the first pole time of 1:48. Section Police see some 144, 145s. See those times drop down over these next coming laps. There's 10 minutes left to qualify. With how tight the leaders are on the standings, we're going to be looking for that pole position because it's worth 25 points. Race feed showing very clean race. There's been no off tracks that have actually invalidated any lap times. This track temp's going to be a little bit low still. Medium cloud covers, not going to be too bad. In game time about 10 AM. Dirty Monkeys is improved on time, getting down to 147. And for our new viewers, don't forget to hit that follow button as well, so we can be notified when we go live. We have live broadcast races on Thursday nights and Monday nights. We're here on Project Cars 2 for PlayStation on Thursdays, and then also iRacing PC for Monday nights. And Doggy has come through and bumped down Simo, also getting into the 147s, as is Dirty. That's quite a lock, it's put it into a slide. Hasn't invalidated his lap. So using on my screen, didn't show through on the broadcast screen. He'd actually have a traffic cone stuck up on the window as he was going through it. Would have been interesting if he was actually seeing the exact same thing. Would have been obstructing the view a fair bit. Had some dramas, ended up colliding that front into something quite heavily. Mo's just had a fair off, will that require him to back into the pits. There's 9.5 seconds separating 9 drivers at this stage. Dirty Monkey keeps improving his lap times. He's now furthered the pole lead by 1.5 seconds. It's into the 146s and a very low 146 at that. Not going to take much for him to be able to drop off a couple of attempts, break that down into the 145s. Actually, once those tyres get really dialed in, It's going to start sticking incredibly well. It's just under 6.5 minutes to go. A few drivers heading in and actually making pit stops. And it is a forced default series, so the setups can't be changed other than the two default setups, which is stable and a loose setup. And generally the stable's there for drivers that may be using a controller. Whether the drivers can go into the pits, change the tyres over, and then we'll actually give them control over changing those tyre pressures rather than using the default values. Doggy Daddy takes pole. It's coming with about a 10th difference between himself and Dirty. He had a strong qualifying result in round 1 for it to come unstuck on lap 1 and maintain that pace and be able to have a good run in the race. He could be in for a good shot on being that on that podium. Looks like it's going to be a pretty intense battle between Doggy and Dirty at this straight, and even tailing each other in the qualifying. Dirty doing incredibly well to be getting those lap times, always doing it from a controller. Battling going on in the final corner down onto the straight between Silo and Dan Pierceman. Yeah, 4 minutes left. We'll see if we can find the driver's going to be close to starting a lap. I think that's Dirty. We're going to jump on with Doggy Biz this spun on that final corner, so it's invalidated that current lap and the following. Very sharp turn 1. Sausage curb in there as well, about to cause havoc. Hockenheim, very technical track. Drivers will enjoy the much wider track width compared to Alton last week. Coming down into the hairpin. Very sharp hairpin. Down to a fast right-hand turn. If not take too much curb, otherwise it's going to understeer straight out. Another very sharp left, slightly catches Dirty off. See if we can try and finish the lap with another driver. I think we've got a fair stretch before we're just on approach onto that hairpin. Only a couple of corners away from where went wrong for Dirty. Braid's qualified in 3rd. Was sitting down in 9th position for most of the session. Just that previous lap bumping him up into position 3. pace on this lap. Things narrow down a fair bit on this back section of the track. Sector 3 a little bit more tight. So it's going to be very hard to try and make a pass, but it's probably going to be where you're going to be able to make most of your time up. It's probably going to throw a lot of drivers off. That can open up to potential incidents. And the last final 2 corners, taking a fair bit of pace, just getting that right line so that you don't slightly understeer off and miss your apexes, because that's going to have an incredibly bad run coming down onto pit straight. That's a lap around Hockenheim. GP with a spray and pray. There's just 50 seconds to go. Bobby Daddy holding pole position with a 146.1. He's currently in the pits, so that's him done for qualifying, as is Dirty. He's only 1/10 away. Spray and pray was 1.3 off. He's going to have enough time just to continue that lap that we just jumped off away from. He has the potential to be able to shave off some time. He's got to lose 1.3 seconds. Hasn't seemed to invalidate anything for Simo going that wide. As qualifying complete, so it's final laps now. Those times quickly dropping down. It's only 6.6 seconds separating the field of 9 now. I think it's Coolboy in the background there. The tail getting a little slippery. And these cars are sporting a better compound of tyres for the default setups. Generally, the cars are actually usually using a hard, slick compound, and it's forced defaults. If you're wanting to use the soft slicks, you would actually have to head into the pits and swap out. Where they actually get the Pirelli soft slicks to start off with on these cars as default. Dan, Silo and Function bring the cars into the pits. Such as leaves Simo, Pipes and Coolboy to go in the final laps, and that'll be qualifying done for Coolboy. He's just lost it in the background. Trey improved that last lap, but it wasn't enough to gain a position. So he got it down from 1.3 seconds to only 3/10. He also got down into the 146s. That's our first free, now only 3/10 separating them. Hopefully Hypes was able to improve that outcome on the final lap. I don't think he did get to improve it. So there we have Doggy Daddy taking his pole, and I think that may be a maiden pole for Doggy, so congratulations to Doggy. A fantastic lap at 146.1. That's going to be pretty hard to try and defend off. It is pretty tight with the rest of the other 2 cars. With Dirty starting in position 2, Spray and Pray in 3, and they're only 3/10 away. Then the rest of the grid we have is Simo Simsel, Hypes, Coolboy, Dan PS Man, Silo, and Function. So over to the grid now. We've got the sharp right-hand corner for turn 1. Doggy is starting on the left-hand side for the outside coming onto the corner. He's going to have the optimal racing line. He just needs to be able to make sure he nails that start just to be able to keep that track position. He's only got to just be mindful of Dirty not getting a much better run and then being able to take that track position away. Otherwise things get a little bit sketchy coming down into turn 1. Drivers just have Minute and a bit to get ready, but they've all hit that ready button, so they're eager to get the race started. Light's about to go green for Division 2 in round 2. They're away. What a start for Doggy. He pulls away very quickly. Dirty's now side by side with Spray, and I think Spray's just edged ahead. Doggy Daddy pulling away very quick. Dirty Monkey's dropped down into 4th position. He's now side by side with Simo. Oh, there's a little bit of a turnaround. That's Dirty. That's gone for the turn. I think there may have been a little bit of contact between Simo. They were pretty tight coming through the corner. Wasn't a whole lot of room to be able to sit there. He's managed to recover that car pretty quickly. He's only lost that one extra position. So we'll see some data in a moment. Just had 2 drivers both follow suit, running off track. Simo ran off rather wide. Cool Boy with object fixation also followed that same line. Like some dramas for Dangs, he's now 50 seconds behind already just through sector 1. Not sure what went on for him. That solid lead Doggy was getting away with. Now lost. Spray's tucked in. Can he hold him off in the more narrow section of track? Almost get the elbows out a little bit. May not be an optimal racing line, but you could sort of tuck into the middle. Got to decide whether that defensive action at the loss of some pace is actually going to pay off or not. And it's a decent enough pit straight to be able to slingshot through for turn 1. But Spray will need to shave off a lot of pace. Gets the track position. Little Doggy ran off wide. Spray also having some dramas, so he's dropped back. Oh, looks like we've had a disconnect, a drop out. Okay, it's just who that was. We're only down to 8 drivers now. Simo's leading the way. He's got 2.3 seconds over Cool Boy. Then have Doggy and Spray. That's Dirty Monkey that we've lost. Not sure if that's a retirement. Boy gets caught out on the hairpin. It's a very difficult corner to get through. Ray takes a fair bit of curve, it's dropped a heap of pace. And he pushed it in through that next one, that's cost him some more time. That's going to allow Cool Boy to try and recover. I think they're side by side. There we go. Really saying that Dirty Monkey dropped down. Yeah, that's a disconnect. That's horrible. Been having some awesome pace. Dirty not having a whole lot of luck on the technical side of things. Essentially missing out on the previous series except for the final race because of IP clashes. And be able to get those resolved down to a minimum and suffer a disconnect. Well, Dirty will be rather frustrated with that. They're doing well. Leading out front, it's furthering that gap. Pulling away from Doggy. He's going to be pretty occupied with Spray. He's tucking in pretty tight. Gets him on the hairpin, but I don't think it's going to be enough pace to maintain. He's going to have to get a fair bit ahead to be able to take that track position for the next turn. Just knocks in. Takes a fair bit of curve. That's where he dropped a heap of pace before. section, looking to do some battle with which OCE it is. That's Hypes. David driver Silo running in 7th. He's only 18 seconds away. 8 seconds behind from Function. He's got a 4-second gap between Dan, so he's going to be able to easily focus on closing that gap ahead. Having a great time out there, leading the way. Losing that gap now. We'll have a little bit of oversteer, cause Doggy to have to do a correction. So he's dropped back some pace again. Ray seemed to have followed suit. Poor line there for Simo's cost him a huge gap. That's going to open the door for Doggy to look for that opportunity to get around. He's going to have to try and recover quickly and start to pull away, otherwise this slipstream is going to be able to give them a big advantage coming down the pit straight. Will almost be a 1-2 pass for Doggy and Spray. Essentially force Simo to have to yield that race lead through turn 1. Going to need a fantastic run for these 2 corners. Wide up ahead. We are on the roof with Spray and Pray. Running around Seafield's a huge amount of slipstream for him. When he looks for an opening, goes slightly shallow. And Spray's going to make a move. No, he pulls back in. Rather wide dart out, but I think it's going to be enough. A bit of oversteer going on, and then we've got Simo and Doggy colliding. Going to try to recover that car. It looked like it was about to go into a spin after dropping a tyre off. Doggy takes back the race lead. He's now got Spray still nipping at his heels. Has not let up on him at all. He's going to have a move here. Difficult to try and defend. He's coming in down into the tighter section. Dan Pearson having off. Looks like Dan may have actually gotten around Silo. He's walked back up. Oh, they collide. They go too wide. Lead change of Spray up front. Hold on to be able to challenge that position again. Doggy's going to be needing to chase some points. did not finish last week. Ended up costing him some points. Only scoring points for qualifying. Doggy can manage to secure a win. It'd be a great way to finish up getting a maiden pole position with us. Still a podium finish would be a fantastic outcome. Boys closing the gap in on Simo. About 2 seconds quicker a lap at the moment. They've had some great momentum here, so keeping some very consistent laps out front. And most of the race so far. A little mistakes ending up losing that concentration. He's starting to drop pace a little. I'm sure if he may be contending with a little bit of damage. They did make contact with Doggy. And dirty, that's shocking the disconnect for you. When we're in there with no IP clashes for you, dirty, and then to suffer a disconnect in place of it. He's trying to defend, but he's taken the inside line that's going to put him off for the hairpin. Manages to keep a fair bit of pace to hold Cool Boy off still. Ray's now got a solid lead on the race. He's got 5.5 seconds up his sleeve between himself and Doggy. Rather occupied with Cool Boy starting to probe those mirrors a little. He makes a smart strategic move, heads off to serve his mandatory pit. He's getting the consistent pressure from Cool Boy, rather than potentially ending up having an error, getting caught up in an incident. Feeling off getting that out of the way, come back out on track, potentially a nice clear section of track. And then just concentrate on those consistent lap times that he was getting before. He may be able to clamber back up towards that top spot. And it's past the halfway point, a lap 8 of 15. I'm sitting pretty good in 4th position. 4 seconds between himself and 5th. Pipe seems to have about half a second better pace over Functions. Pipe's mouth to be able to keep that gap. Increase me if you can keep that consistent. Simo's back out. Taking the pits, and I think he's actually the first one to have gone in, get the pits out of the way. And it's in 7th. Spray making his journey down pit lane. Doggy opts to stay out on track. Bring up the map to see how much of a gap he's got. So he's got a huge amount of space before he catches up to Silo. And then the arrow is Doggy's car, and the blue dot further up ahead. That's Silo's car. laps at the moment. Probably be beneficial before deciding to serve the mandatory pit. Ray back out into second position. Dan's has copped post-race time penalty. Looks like speeding in pit lane. Yes, it's only a minor ding of 10 seconds. They can be anywhere up to 50 seconds to a complete disqualification. He stays out for another lap. It's a good idea. His previous lap was a 148.8. He just landed at 149.9. Getting in a few nice laps like that. Going to be able to possibly put a little bit of a gap between himself and Spray by the time he comes out of the pits. Probably doesn't want to leave it too long, so that Spray's tyres are back up the temp, starting to get some very solid laps whilst he's in the pits. 5 laps to go, so we'll take a look at the current standings as of lap 10. We've got Dan PS4 in position 8. We've got Silo debuting with us tonight in 7th position. Pipes in 6th. Simzil in 5th position. Pagnian up in 4th. Up ahead is Coolboy in 3rd. Place is Spray and Pray. That was a pretty tight lap. That was a 146.6. Our race leader is Doggy Daddy, and he's just coming up some lap traffic now. Potentially be a good opportunity to pit in. Spray's tyres are seeming to get back up to temp now. Starting to land some pretty tight times. If he leaves it too long, could potentially lose those few extra seconds and could easily cost him that lead. Seen plenty of race lead change, all because of pit stop. Had some very tight races. If you're just joining us for the stream, do hit that follow button. And then be sure to stick around. We only have 4 laps left of Division 2's race, but then we will be having a break coming back in for another session. We'll be running Division 1. And still more BMW M1 Procar action to come. So don't forget to check out our social media links after the races. We've got our Facebook page, fe.com/Apex Esports League. Head over there. Be able to check out all result standings and post-race incident reports. So you can see how your favourite drivers are going in the championship. And all our past broadcasts are all uploaded onto YouTube afterwards. There is plenty of championships to be able to go back through and watch and see all our regular drivers, how they've gone in other series. Every 5 weeks we do run a different series. The drivers get 5 weeks in the BMWs and jumping over into the V8 supercars. Doggy Daddy stay out for another lap. Is he going to leave the pit to as late as possible? Get another couple of laps in before having to serve the pit requirement. He's got 15 seconds over Spray, but Spray is closing that gap very quickly. Previous lap was 2.3 seconds different. Comes Doggy now. Not sure if that's Spray coming around. He's going to lose the race lead. Spray reclaims the lead on lap 13. He's got his pit out of the way. All he's got to do to be able to take the win now. Just keep that car clean. Doggy re-enters the race back in 4th position. Dimo has pit. Pretty sure Cool Boy has been in and pit. May be wrong though. Pit, he's in a very good shot for a podium finish. That's going to cost him big time. Not sure if all 4 tyres going over the curb, whether that actually brings up a slowdown request or not. Doesn't appear to be. Track limits may be a little relaxed on this track. Some tracks are quite strict with those track limits. Struggling car at the moment. There's a couple of errors. There's the drop in tyre temp after coming in. And there's the tiniest drop that significantly affect the car. Being able to close in on Cool Boy a little bit. It's lap 14. He's going to have a couple of laps opportunity to get around. A mistake by Cool Boy gives the position away. Not having to make Simo work for it. On a tap. It took quite a bad line. Put it on very badly. Swings out for an outside move. He's not going to have enough track position, but then he brings it in. to go for a switchback. Battle coming up for the bottom step of the podium. Doggy's closing in on Simo. And on approach to the final lap. Will come down to 1 lap to take that podium position. Dan that's spun off on the final turn. Trophy's contending with some damage. The car appears to be wanting to steer off. Yeah, he's struggling with that car. You keep the car stationary just to let the race lead through. They're going to try and just limp that across just for 1 more lap. Bray with a solid lead, 13.5 seconds. Bullboy and Simo still at it on the final lap. That position is going to change. Have to do it. It looks like Simo's dropped back a fair bit. Coolboy could be in the safe here. He's just got to keep the car clean to finish up. Spray looking good to make 2 wins. Good way to start the championship. And an approach to the checkered flag now. Flash of the lights. He's got to be impressed there with a consecutive win in the BMW M1 Procar Cup. Well done to Spray. Great lead. Well, Simo still has opportunity here. Can he get the run on him? I think taking it too short's cost him. And very close finish. Coolboy and Simo taking 2nd and 3rd. Doggy Daddy up in 4th position. Not far off from taking a podium spot. My drivers at the top end having a fantastic run. Laps coming up in 5th position. It's 50 seconds to get final laps done. Laps wrecking the car across the finish line. Function crosses in 6th. Now we'll see Silo cross the line. And Silo finishes up in 7th. And our Division 2 results for round 2 at Hockenheim GP. Spray and Pray takes the win. And also on the podium in 2nd position is Coolboy. And in 3rd is Simo. And the rest of the standings is Doggy Daddy, Hypes, Function, Silo, and Dan PS Man. And unfortunately seeing Dirty Monkey disconnect. We'll just scan through and see who took the fastest lap of the race. Looks like it's a 146.4, so we're seeing qualifying time being done there, and that goes to Spray and Pray, so an extra 5 points going his way as well. So well done to Spray, and then we'll be adding in Spray, Coolboy, and Simo to the chat. think this might be Simo's first podium. I cannot recall. He may end up having a 1 second penalty, so he did actually still be able to hold that lead off. That was rather lucky.
Woo!
Congrats, Schoolboy, you on the podium?
Oh, yeah, thanks, mate. Oh, after, I don't know, 1 week, 2 weeks off this game, I've actually come back and I've improved and I came home for a podium. I'm really, really happy with that.
Yeah, well done. There was some good battling going on between you and Simo for a while too. A little bit of nudging as well, so almost things
racing's lovely.
Yeah. It was a really good battle between me and Simo. I didn't actually change tyres, so I was actually really struggling on the front end and the back end. I nearly spun it, and I was just trying to hold off from it, and I luckily did. And I could see Simo catching me, but I went, nah, I'm not gonna let this happen. So it was really good
battle. On the last line.
Yeah, and it was a really good defense from me, and well done to him on the podium as well.
Yeah,
sorry,
congrats,
can I just say something?
Solid
Boy, mate, you're allowed to breathe, by the way, mate. You did that in one breath, mate.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, fair bit of excitement there, but well deserved, though.
I'm very excited, yeah.
No,
this is my first podium. I don't know when my last podium, I think my last podium was, I can't even remember, but third podium in Apex. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, well done. And then I think first podium, Simo?
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, awesome
Yeah,
run.
usually
Leading
like
the charge for a good portion as well.
I know. I was trying to work out what's going on.
No, it was a solid drive. Yeah, it was great. So, and then the battling you're doing as well, and then almost taking that position too from Coolboy, darting in on that inside line just to
I actually lost a second. I lost a second doing that. So the second came up. I went, okay. Oh well. Either go for it or don't.
That's it.
Yeah.
It didn't affect your position in the end, but it could have definitely opened up opportunities.
Yeah, well, I'm there for the racing. I don't care where I come. So nice to be up here. Yeah.
Congratulations. Well done, Spray. 2 consecutive wins. Good start to the championship.
Thanks, JT. It's a shame quali can't fall into place as well, but...
That's right, make up for it in the race and then setting qualifying 100%. Times for the fastest lap of the race too, so...
100%. I couldn't... Far out. Shout out to Doggy. He was quite annoying to overtake, to be honest. He puts up a good fight, and yeah, it was really fun, so...
Yeah, it was good. You see the elbows out from a few of us, not wanting to let that space get opened up. So
yeah,
make everyone work for it.
Pass that I made, it was like, well, that was a really good spray. I thought, yeah. Actually, I was very surprised on myself with that. I was like, yeah, thanks, mate. It was hectic.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm trying to film and keep the track going on the track and not spin out.
I just can't believe after about 2 weeks off this game, doing other things, I come back and I got a second place. Normally I'm in the third places. I actually got second, so that's my first second place in Apex, and I'm really proud. And Hockenheim, not my best track, not the best track for me, but
it's usually not on many favourite lists, unfortunately, but it is a
great
track.
I like it.
And I haven't raced that track for a long time, so I'm proud that I'm back racing with you guys, and I'm proud that I can get a podium on one of my really worst tracks that I've raced at.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, that was good. And back into a few corners.
Hey?
I said that hairpin a few times. I downshift too quickly and the back would snap, and I thought, oh, okay.
It
was scary.
Yeah, no, I had one where I went to drop gear. I went too far. I went to reverse.
Ooh.
That's
a little scary there.
That's why I'm using a gear shifter, like the actual shifter, because you got to push down and all the way to you and across, like.
Yeah, no accidental reverse there. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
It slowed me down pretty quick.
Oh, I bet.
That would have, yeah.
Might try for next time.
No, you know, spin you around the right way, put it in first, and just take off.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, little tricks. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't try doing it in real car, but
fantastic race watching from you guys. So, and throughout the field, actually, it was really good
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, JT.
Feel a bit weird
Good to
because I'm
see
usually at the
some
back.
mix up on that podium as well. So hopefully we get to see us keep doing that and be at the top of it eventually too.
Yeah, cool. All right.
And,
Thank you.
and good luck with next week as well. So we're at Sakito and we go under lights, so it'll be a little bit different. So some exciting stuff.
Cool.
Quali fast
Alright,
laps will be interesting. Turn your lights off for a fast lap. Yeah.
Ghost everyone.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Congratulations, guys. We'll
Alright,
see
thank
you
you.
next week.
All right.
Good luck,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you, JT.
Bye.
There we have our podium finishes with Spray and Pray taking the win for round 2 in Division 2. Coolboy on the podium in second and Simo Simsel in third. So well done to all our drivers. That was a fantastic race. And we will be back very shortly. So at 8:45, so in about 19 minutes, we'll be back again with Division 1 racing under those same conditions. So do stay tuned and we'll be back then with another lot of qualifying and then another 15 lap race around Hockenheim for Division 1. And welcome back. We are on round 2 for the Pagnian Imports BMW M1 Procar Cup. We're at Hockenheim GP for round 2. We've just seen Division 2 finish up with Spray and Pray taking the win. We're now heading over into Division 1's session. We've got another 15 minutes of qualifying and then a 15-lap race, racing under all those same conditions as Division 2. In-game time is starting at 10 AM for qualifying, and Hockenheim is 4.57 kilometers long, and there's 16 turns, and Sector 3 is where all the time can be really made up, because that's where it is going to be very unforgiving, so having that golden line is going to be doing very well to be able to increase that pace. We've got 11 drivers in the session. Dog quick to clamber out on the track. Be eager to try and qualify very strongly. Didn't qualify well last week for round 1, then come through big with the win. He saw himself qualify in 5th at Alton Park. Gained a fair few positions over the course of the 16 laps to be able to get the win. He does only have a very tight lead on the championship, so he's going to have to make sure that he's qualifying quite strongly to be able to start edging out that gap in the championship. Just joining us for the session, don't forget to hit the follow button. Let me know when we go live. We're here on Thursday nights and Monday nights with iRacing. Plenty of good racing to be seen a couple of nights a week. It's great to see all the support we get for the league and all our members. A lot of hard work in practice and getting it set on some great racing action for us to see. Some chats as well. You can see all the chat messages come through. Don't be shy, say hello. Also use those sound effects controls to be able to throw some applauses up as the race goes through. You can cheer on drivers as they're doing an outstanding job out on the track. Beth making a pit stop, so she's probably doing some tyre pressure changes likely. So his default setups, they can't make any setups to the car before heading out on track. It does open opportunity to be able to tinker with tyre compounds and tyre pressures. Going in and setting up their pit strategies and heading in and making those changes during a stop, sacrificing a little bit of time out of qualifying to be able to go in and change those pressures could definitely have an advantage. Division 1 drivers in the BMW M1 Procar Cup. They're competing for the opportunity to win a $50 Pagnian gift voucher, courtesy of our partners, Pagnian Advanced Simulation. That'll enable them to have $50 to spend at Pagnian store on next level racing products. Giving great opportunity to be able to save a bit of cash on some upgrades for their sim racing cockpits. also can utilise fantastic discount that all our viewers, members of our Apex community are shopping over on their website. If you put in during the checkout discount code NLR-Apex-5, you will actually receive a 5% discount on your order. If you ever are considering looking at being able to get your gear, it's a good opportunity to do so. Take advantage of that discount. First times coming through are very tight. 145s for opening times essentially. Billy holding pole 145, 137. We're at 2 temps away. And he's following right on tail of Philly as well. That pole's just been destroyed. Vortex getting in at 144.1. We're at 144.6. A little slippery for Philly. Only slides crossing front of Wira. He's had to let off the throttle a little bit. Oh, that's just cost him. Phenomenal lap from Vortex. And we've just had that broken as well. Nick Cliff gets in with a 144, 180, so that's 0.001 difference between Vortex's time. And Tajo, out of nowhere, just lands in at 143.9. Leader Coco qualifying so far in 6th with a 145. Let's see, big spin. I think that may have been Nick Cliff's car. No, it's another blue one. Not sure who else is in the blue car. We haven't made our way through all the cars, maybe. Vortex's car also running in the blue. Head Farmer's taken a grid place penalty. And almost breaking into the 142s. Coco takes pole with a 143.098. And Function, thanks for jumping on the stream after the race. Everyone drives with appreciate that, so thank you. We could potentially see a 142 getting on this board. It's not going to take much about a shave off. And that could be almost near pushing it at the beginning of that sort of time. Dramas being improved. Bumping Tajo down. Tajo now third. Just past the halfway mark. 6.5 minutes remaining for qualifying. It's an intense battle to try and score that pole spot. Grab those 25 championship points. Okay, goes for a slide, looks like on the final turn. Going to be frustrating. Let's see, it's a little bit of rear lock. Gets that car back under control. It's going to be a fantastic lap, but at least have enough pace to be able to keep the momentum for this following lap. Pretender 1:45.9. Hopefully a bit more luck for Pretender this week. He came into the opening round with no practice. He was actually meant to have missed the opening round. When some circumstances changed where he was actually going to be able to attend. So he essentially went straight into the session with no practice. Wishing him a lot better luck tonight. Alan also having several dramas in the opening round. Yeah, some more luck with the car around Hockenheim. I'm a little bit more forgiving than Alton Park. Turning back out on the track now. Alright, so there's the nitrous button on the wheel. Could be pretty handy if there was something for that. These Division 1 guys must be quite aware of where it is to be getting these sorts of times. Yeah, completely pushing this car to its limits. So with 11 cars, there's 8.5 seconds separating. 4 minutes to go, and here comes Coco to start a lap. We'll just go through turn 1. And he's up on his time, having just finished sector 1. It's a very short sector 1. Actually, 3 corners. Come down into the dreaded hairpin. Saw multiple lines being taken during the course of the race. Division 2, even some lines where you think they may be a offline corner, seems to still be able to carry a fair bit of pace. That's a rather interesting corner. But it is essentially the make or break point on this track. Throwing a little bit of commentator's curse towards Coco. A little bit slippery on this lap. He's just had his pole stolen by 0.085. Taijo's come through for 1:43.012. This is getting incredibly close to breaking into that 1:42 margin. Coco, when we jumped on, having been up on his best lap just for his sector 1, if he could have kept that momentum for that lap, we would have seen a 1:42. That's right, Alex. I could definitely do some tips and tricks videos. Do some walkthroughs of some laps. They're getting some fantastic lines. We've got this car down pat now. And look at that gap starting to change. Vortex gone off. I'm not sure if there's been some contact with Steph as well. Damage to his car could just be residual visual. After taking a solid hit, the car will still look relatively smashed, but they'll just replace panels back on. Still looking rather buckled. Yeah, Steph qualifying 11th. Only being 4.7 seconds away and still setting a 1:47. That is a quick lap time still. Leaving 10th position at 1:45.5. Oh, that's cost Pretender coming on to finish up the last lap, and it would have been enough time to finish one more in. That could have potentially invalidated his lap. Well, actually, I thought he might have been a couple of corners ahead. So this lap won't be doing too well, but he's got 30 seconds across the line. He can sneak one more lap in for this qualifying session. No, he's going to practice coming for a pit. He's going to have to be careful not to cop a penalty here, or even a DQ. Gone for a spin and even rolled him backwards through the pit entrance. He gets stung for a DQ. Looks like we went for Podium afterwards in the checkered flag sections there. Taijo's brought the car back in. That's qualifying complete. 80 seconds to get last laps done. Taijo in his pit box. Yeah, Steph still parked off in that corner where she'd gone off. She's probably going to be using that for some circle work. Watch her cross back and see if she's smoking up. Coco is pushing this car. It's cost him. It's just invalidated his lap as well. He's going to be furious with that. So he's probably just going to have fun flicking this car around for the remainder of the lap. Qualifying in third. Coco's just brought the car back in. Whereas completed his lap as well. There we go, we've got Gallen and Steph both doing some circle work. Sorry, DK that was parked off there. I thought that was Steph, she's just got the same colour car. Good tandem circle work. A few seconds left. There's qualifying done for Division 1 in round 2. Taijo taking that pole position, nearly getting down into that 142 margin. There's not a lot separating him and Coco Dog. That's .085 at that time, getting Taijo pole position. Grid we have is Coco Dog, Mitcliffe, Vortex, Wira, DK, Rush. Head Farmer's got the grid place penalty, so you'll see him move down into 8th. Gallen moves up into 7th. And then we've got Philly, Pretender and Steph jumping over the grid now. Yes, you know, fantastic drive. It was a fantastic drive for all you guys in Division 2. It was great. Coco, very doggy daddy, setting that fantastic pole position. That's great seeing you guys battling up there in the front end. Grid position 1 is on the driving line. They're going to need to ensure they pull away very quickly. It's the same circumstance with Doggy Daddy in Division 2. Just need to be able to pull away and have that track position coming down into turn 1. Coco Dog gets the jump here. Going to be able to squeeze Taijo across and force him to have to yield, potentially coming into turn 1. Now the drivers have readied up. so blistering quick start for Coco. He's going to be side by side with Tyjo. He's marginally ahead. Is he going to be able to squeeze that track position? He does. He gets out on the curb, causes a little bit of unstable line. Ooh, that's a big push. Shot whose car that is. I think that's Philly that's dropped back. The wheels side by side is like one of the red cars. It's either Gallon or the head farmer. Like they made some door-to-door contact. Dropped back into 8th position. Tyjo starting to pull away from Vortex a little. He's almost got a second on him over the course of the opening lap. Holding on, and he's got Wira closing in quickly behind him. Philly's taken a fair bit of damage. Will it require him having to head in for a pit stop? Seems to be still holding on behind Steph. Coco needs to be able to recover a bit more. Saw him come from gridding at position 5, look to go on and take the win. We should be able to see him weave on through the rungs and make his way back up towards that top spot. He's already made his way back through to 7th, passing the head farmer. Ahead is Gallon. Still pretty close. And this bunch here, it's DK, Vortex, Wira and Mick. Been a little bit of position changes. Vortex has dropped from 2nd down into 3rd. Mick starting to pull away a little bit in 2nd position. Tyjo's flying ahead. That's going to be hard to try and catch now. They're starting to get past that slipstream advantage, so they're not going to get the toe. Now have to contend with Vortex probing those mirrors. Been in and pit. At 29 lap. Sure, she may not have. I've actually been spinning. Steph was similar lap time. Pretend there's a few dramas going on for them. Vortex already looking for some different lines to get around Mick. For a pass. He's going to have enough run. Get an inside line advantage here. We have to force that track position away. Gets a very tidy line through the hairpin that holds him at bay. Vortex drops back just at the margin. Okay, now climbing in close towards Gallon. He's good amount of pace and follow it through. tighter section, so less opportunities to pass. Just tuck in, try and carry that pace through those final corners, get that momentum for pitch straight for a pass. There's nothing stopping Tyjo. What a smashing 4 laps. That lap of 1:43.7. It's carrying some massive pace. The battle's still continuing between Nick Vortex and Guerra. Guerra's closed in a lot more now. Tap in the braking zone. It's cost Vortex some pace. A little slightly offline. That was a door-to-door touch between Gallon and Coco. For the brakes, gives up that position to Coco, so he's now climbed up into the 6th position. Wanting to join in on this battle, 2nd position. Cliff opting to head down into the pits. Change of Vortex back up in the 2nd. We're in 3rd. A bit of a slip from Vortex. If I put Weir off a little, sorry, I'm understeer out a little. Weir dropped a tyre off. Sector 3 costing him some pace. Having got his entry pit underway from the previous lap, comes back out, 10th position. On lap 6, Tyjo is our race leader. Farmer still holding on to that same gap. Got the slip from Gallant. Polka Dog moves on up again. 4th position now. Recovering from 8th. Now be only 7 seconds away from race lead. Has copped herself post-race time penalty. She is wearing 1 second. Not going to be an issue for 1 second penalty. That's Head Farmer has some issues, and that's Gallant. It goes off for a big slide through the final corner. Managed to bring that car back on track before making any wall contact, so very lucky for Gallant. Beth coming into the pits now. Still not letting up on Vortex. Now Coco Dog quickly closing in. So when we checked in, it was about 7.5 seconds away. That's now down to 5.8. Pace on the previous lap, 144.1, but it's consistent 144s between our front runners. Taijo, Vortex, Wira, Coco. Head Farmer also getting in at 144, actually a cliff, 143.9. Coco also joining in with the 143.6 for that last lap. I think he may have been actually riding by a slowdown. Looked like he let off the throttle. Held that line. Did well and truly get a good pass on Wira. He's got ahead of him now. Oh, that's cost him. Something went on there. That was a huge amount of pace coming down to the hairpin. Like there's plenty of runoff room after that braking zone for the hairpin. It's allowed some bit of breathing space for Vortex. We've got a 2 second gap now between self and 3rd place. Catch up and another go at getting around Wira. On lap 8, just about to start lap 9. Kaijo's led for the first 8 laps. Vortex and DK heading off down into pit lane. Head Farmer also following. Okay, moves up into position 3. Drivers just about heading in the pits. Def's car just being lapped. Tyjo just has got around. First car to be lapped. Not sure if Steph may be contending for a little bit of damage to that front left. Showing some scuffs to the car. The headlights are bunched in. It is actually hanging out. Not sure if the suspension may have taken a hit as well. Isn't affecting too much. She's bringing into the pits. May just be visual damage. Getting a bit of spacing going on now. Garrett serving his mandatory pit. So take a look at the current standings as at lap 10. There's Steph in position 11. Billy in position 10. Tender in a 9th. Gallen in 8th position. Farmer 7th. Is in 6th. DK running 5th. We're getting a little loose. It's off in the distance. In 4th we have Vortex. Cliff in 3rd. He has served his mandatory pit requirement. He did peel off on about lap 5. Getting out of that pretty tight battle. Been about 4 cars in those opening laps. Pulling the car out of there. Getting that pit requirement out of the way. They start to lose a little bit of pace once you start battling that intensity, taking all sorts of different lines. Usually getting out of the mix of it. So now to come back out on track and just focus on clear line. It'll be an awfully good strategy. That's definitely paid off. He's looking good for a podium spot if he can keep this pace up. Baker Dog in 2nd place. He's yet to pit. Race lead was just fitting then. Tyjo goes in. Sees Coco move up into the race lead now. A fantastic comeback after dropping down to 8th position in those opening laps. Tyjo's back and underway. Was back on track in position 2. Gap time a little messed up. into the first sector. And that's fixed things up. So 16.8 seconds he's come out after getting that pit out of the way. And it's taking about 16, 17 seconds for a pit stop. Coco's going to have to really try and push some pace out of this car over these next couple of laps if he wants to keep this race lead by the time he heads in for that mandatory pit. That pit's going to have to go like textbook. A few drivers now sporting some post-race time penalties. There's Vortex wearing 1 second, the 10-second penalty for Wirras, that's speeding in pit lane. And also Steph wearing 1 second, so that will just be a minor off-track, abiding by a slowdown. 1 second's not really going to affect things, the overall scheme. Now on lap 13. Gap between first and second still sitting around the 16.6 to 16.8. Charger wants to get that race lead back while Coco's in the pits. He's going to have to keep that down to around the 16 or 15 second gap. Could potentially see Coco come back out in front. Let us know who he thinks is going to take the win. And Simo earlier put in Coco his call for the win. He's out on track for another lap. And then he needs to pit at the end of this lap. Staying out on track, probably a good strategy. He's pushing out that gap from Taijo. Simo's probably going to be having an accurate call if he can keep this up. Vortex starting to put some big pace on Nick Cliff. He's got about 2 seconds on him from that previous lap. He's going to have to try and not cave into any pressure here. Going to keep Vortex at bay. 2 laps. They actually team colour cars as well. Variants is a blue name, just different blue cars. Jax loves to get a little slide through that turn. Every time we've seen him go through there, he's ended up sliding that tail out. Nick's having some big issues. Almost looked like he went to relinquish the position. He wasn't going to fight him for it. Here comes Coco. This will be where it decides essentially the race win. Coco needs to be in and out. While Taijo crosses that line, I think Taijo's going to get him. Coco loses a few positions here. These times a little bit muddled up. That puts Mick within podium spot again. Vortex up into position 2. We're on the final lap. Our first 4 only separated by 4.8 seconds. That's going to take his one little mistake and then easily lose a position, possibly 2. Mick hold off Coco. We're into the last sector now. Vortex only 1 second away. It'll be spectacular to see first 4 finish within 4 seconds over the course of 15 laps. Some spectacular driving from both divisions tonight. Taijo takes the win. Vortex in position 2. Podium finish for Mick in 3rd. Big comeback for Coco, takes 4th. BK in 5th. 100 seconds to get final laps done. Guerra in 6th. He loses the position because he's got a post-race time penalty. That sees Head Farmer take 6th position. Guerra drops into 7th. Gallen crosses in 8th. Pretender in 9th. Enough time to see Philly get across the line by the looks of it. Rocking around with the car at the finish. Destroy the car across the line. Just rolls it backwards across it. And we can see Steph cross as well. She's going to line up Philly's car. It's actually AI driving at the moment, so it did roll across the finish line. Steph brings it to a crawl to cross over. A fantastic race. And round 2 for Division 1. We have the winner is Taijo. Taking the fastest lap? No, we've got a lot of 143s there, so I'll scan through that through our standings. So taking victory is Taijo. On the podium in position 2 is Vortex. Mick Cliff takes 3rd, and then the rest of the standings is Coca Dog, DK, Head Farmer, Wera, Gallant, Pretender, Philly, and Steph. Again, for the fastest lap, so it's 143, 359. Looks like Vortex, I think, has actually taken the fastest lap, so well done there to Vortex. So fantastic job there. We'll be bringing in Taijo, Vortex, and Mick for a chat now. Sent off. Go podium finishes. They should be joining us in a moment. And congratulations, guys. Good win there, Taijo.
Thank you. Oh, been a long time coming. Finally, won in Div 1. Oh my god.
That was a good
It feels
drive.
nice. Vortex was coming in me like second and a half lap faster, I think, with fresh tires, and I didn't change. But yeah, that's a hell of a fastest lap too, so well done.
Yeah, it was a very quick lap, and I think if there had probably been another lap or two in that, you would have been definitely knocking on your mirrors there, I think. So just quickly
Oh, thank
closing
God.
in on that last lap.
Oh my god. Thank God we ran our laps just in time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, congrats Vortex, good drive.
Yeah, thanks. It's pretty uneventful for my race, really. Not much happened.
Just a casual drive through and take podium. Nice,
Yeah, I
easy
mean, it
one.
would have been good to do a bit better in quali, but didn't have the pace.
Yeah, that was some pretty tight times amongst that qualifying, but then pretty much setting those times within the race. So, for what is it? Pretty much the first 5 all in the 143s for the fastest laps. So that's pretty tight. So, yeah, he just scraped in. So yeah, well done scoring those extra points as well.
Yeah, certainly helping the championship.
Yeah, definitely. And congrats, Mick, on the podium.
Yep, cheers. Back on the podium.
Yep, that was a good drive in that early pit with that tight battle. For,
Yeah, I think...
It was, 4 or 5 years at one stage.
Yeah.
So I think breaking off out of that was a good idea.
I think it was, but I think it was 2 laps too early because my tyres were just shot at the end.
Ah, yes. It was a little bit of pace starting to drop off and it looked like it was a little bit slippery, so...
Yeah, that was a bit buckled. Bit crook.
Yeah, and you started having Coco nipping at your heels there for those last couple of laps.
I was trying to hold off Vortex and then Kogo was coming.
Yeah, and just held in
and
there
I could still see Tojo as well, so it was hard.
Yeah, it was all within reach. So in that last lap, 4 seconds essentially between you, so yeah, well done.
Cheers.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, congrats Tojo, that's your first win in Div 1, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to compete with you guys, honestly. Like the pace you guys have is unreal. Yeah, I was just keeping out on the road at that point.
Good strategy, got you home. Good time management too.
Oh yeah, I didn't change. I feel like that was the wrong one, but thank God there was a gap before the stop. But yeah.
Yeah, actually, the extra time for a tyre change might have actually just stung you a little bit, so it might have been a different outcome.
Yeah, it could have been worth it to change tires, but with the gap I had, I didn't think it was worth it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it definitely paid off in the end, and hopefully you can pull some good stuff for next week as well at Sakito, because we go under lights for the race as well, so it'll mix things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations,
very
guys.
excited for that.
Yeah, cheers, JT.
Congrats
I'll
all
see you
on
next
the
week.
Podium.
Oh yeah, congrats you guys, and see you next week.
Yep, see you then.
Congrats on the Podium. See ya, JT.
See ya. And we have our podium finishes with Taijo taking the win, and as he was mentioning, his first win in Division 1, so well done. Some good maiden outcomes tonight. And then Vortex in position 2 and Mick in position 3. So that is it for us for tonight. That's round 2 done and dusted. So we'll be heading over to Sakito for the following round. So we will bring up the information. Sakito GP is up for round 3. That will be next week on Thursday, starting at 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time with our 2 divisions again, and the race will be under lights for both divisions, and it's going to look spectacular around Sakito with these BMW M1s. So do hit that follow button so you can be notified when we go live, and then of course there's more racing action coming up on Monday night with the Formula V Championship on iRacing, and there's great racing going on in there as well. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you trackside next time.